confident and bold. She ready, never gonna back down. She ready, ooh, yeah, she wearing that crown. She ready, ooh, she ready. She walking and talking, no faking, creating.
And hola, ¿cómo están, my love muffins and enchiladas? It's Tori, the hope dealer of guided intuition, honey. And we are about to go deep, honey. This has been a video that, honest to goodness, I feel like divine timing is always at play. Nothing is never wasted. So I feel like this video, I'm trying to burn a little Palo Santo right here because, y'all, we about to go deep. You see that? Sharing shame. Okay, we about to go deep, honey. So let's just go ahead and give you some, clear y'all out some. Open your hearts, open your mind, take a deep breath in. Come on, together. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. I know I'm being melodramatic, but seriously, guys, I am about to share a piece of my heart with you guys, okay? And one of the reasons why I'm so transparent with my life and me in general, because y'all know, y'all been around with Tori, y'all know how we do, honey. Let me put my little Palo Santo roach up. You know how I pride myself on being transparent, because I feel like transparency really allows you to connect with your truth and be your authentic self. And that's why we came here. That's why we came to this earth, to figure ourselves out, to remember who we are at our core value. So one of the things that's going on in a collective manner as the world, we are releasing and letting go of trauma. And a lot of this trauma, be it generational from like what's taken on and races and everything, we can honestly connect that to childhood on a collective level, but even on a personal level, you are disconnecting from belief processes. Did I say that? Did I say that right? Did I say that right, guys? No, I don't think I said that right. Belief, what's some things called? Belief systems. There we go. You're disconnecting from belief systems that no longer serve you, that are outdated, that are in contrast to what it is that you want right now in this very moment. This is something that is mind tripping to me. We know that we are grown, we are an adult, whether you're 19, 17, 18, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, whatever the age is. 8 times out of 10 in our adult life, guys, this right now, in this moment, okay, in this moment right now, majority of us, all of us, majority of our life, we live, be it the beliefs, our values, how we perceive relationships, all of that stuff, how we go about it in our adult life, okay? We are living it through the lens of our 7-year-old self, of how we perceived life. I think I need to insert some kind of and I know it's like, it's mind-boggling to me that how we are living our adult life currently in this moment, in some form or some way, we are showing up as our 7-year-old self and processing it through our 7-year-old self. And depending on what you were shown in those critical years, we base our relationships around that. Sorry guys about the car. We base our relationships. We base how we feel about ourselves. We base how we show up on a day-to-day basis. We're still living in that lens of that, our little 8-year-old self. Okay, so what I want to do today is I pulled these cards, but everything else we're going to pull together. I have a message that I channeled from source. And when I say channeled from source, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but any message that I give, it is directly from source, divine, Allah, whatever name you would like to give the divine, mother, father, queen of heaven. It doesn't matter. Limitless names, but it comes from source. It comes from that unconditional love that we are all connected to. That's where I channel my messages from. I do have my spirit guides that surround me, protect me. I have my ancestors behind me, on the side of me. But when I'm giving messages, these are divinely given. So I want to let you know, if you find yourself on this video today, you are divinely guided here, okay? What I want to let you know is that the divine wants to bless you with something beautiful, something beyond your wildest dreams, what you could ever conjure up. Even if you could think like you the most vivid person when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to love. When I tell you the divine wants to bless you with something way beyond that, okay? And in order to really cultivate it and ground it and get what your heart's desires, there's a need for you to detach from a story, detach from a belief, detach from something that you learned in your childhood or you had to experience in your childhood, okay? And if I laugh, guys, you know me, I'm always trying to like lighten the mood. But I want to let you know, whatever you experienced in your childhood, or even because of what you experienced in your childhood, if you had daddy issues or mommy issues, you probably sought in your partnerships, you probably looked for your dad. You probably sought your mom subconsciously or unconsciously. Consciously or subconsciously. Like you probably, attracted relationships and just things that were not ideal, things that were probably smothering, things that brought you pain, having to walk on eggshells, being emotionally manipulated, being abused, just so many things, afraid to really believe in yourself, afraid to really go after your dreams, afraid to be who you are at your authentic self, afraid to think for yourself, afraid to move forward because, of outside opinions. But this is what I want to tell you. You were chosen. And I know those things that you went through were not ideal. I know they didn't feel good. I know it, it put you in a place. It probably, cut you off from your emotions, scared to open up, scared to get too close, scared to chase your dreams, scared to be your authentic self, to show your heart. But those very things that you experience, that is going to be the very thing that pushes you into your destiny. That is going to be the very thing that you're going to give that testimony of how you came from nothing and made yourself into something. I root for the underdog. You're going to be the person who breaks generational curses. Maybe you didn't grow up in a family that had money, that didn't chase their dreams, that didn't believe in who they were. But guess what? That you right here, my love muffin, you came here to do something different. You came to, I want to say, restore your ancestral's legacy. You are the change that the world has been waiting on. You that feels like you're so small, or, you don't matter, or, you're always getting taken advantage of, or, every time you open up, something goes left. You know why? And y'all know me. Y'all know I don't get churchy, but I can't even lie to y'all. One of the things that I have really been reconnecting with and coming back to the awe of it. I am a firm believer. I don't box myself in. Unconditional love is my religion. It is my spiritual practice. It is all is for me. Unconditional love, agape, meaning it's endless. I can Whatever feels good to me, that's what I'm going to do. It can come from the Bible. It can come from the Quran. It can come from the Buddha. It can come from yoga. It can come from tongues. It can come from wherever it's coming from. If it feels good to me, if it feels authentic to me, I'm going to do it. And that's just point blank, period. And sometimes you're wondering, like, why me? Why am I getting blessed with this thing? Why am I getting this? Why am I doing this? Why? Like, why? Spirit is desiring to bless you, because there's a quote, a Bible verse that I'm brought back to. You know how, like, the meek shall inherit the earth. You have experienced, the Bible speaks in metaphors. I love that. But you have experienced a lot of a lot of trauma, a lot of pain. Most things that you have went through, people have decided to take their life. They couldn't fathom. They couldn't walk a mile in your shoes. This is why I root for the underdog, baby. Ooh. Most people couldn't walk a mile in your shoes. One of the things that Spirit told me from 2020 and out is there is a divine karma being bestowed upon the world. Okay, everybody. And depending on what you have put out there is what you're going to get back. And whoever is watching this video, you have put good karma. You're very, like when I said the meek shall inherit the earth, like even those things that hurt you, even those things that broke you, yeah, you might have got a little hard exterior, but for real, it didn't break you. You still here. You're on this video. You're watching this. You're connecting with me. Little do you know, and intentionally, I told Spirit to bring me the hearts like me. Bring me the souls that need mending. And not even mended, but reminder of who they are. Because one of the things that Spirit showed me in meditation that I want to share with you guys is that we're not broken. We're not broken. You're not broken, baby. But the divine wants to bless you beyond your wildest dreams. Whatever that thing is, be it in love, a love that's authentic, a love that is pure, a love that is worthy. But due to what you probably experienced in your past relationships, and then going down to your childhood of how love was shown to you, how it was dysfunctional. Because I know in my family tree, honey, it was dysfunctional as hell. Okay? Dysfunctional. So there is a story that you have to disconnect from. But this could be in career and finances. If your family always had the poverty mindset, like nobody really went out their dreams, like nobody really went out there and did it, like nobody like set up generational wealth, like nobody like honored the legacy, like I can get why it's a little intimidating, but it's time for you to disconnect from that story, because that is done. It stops with you. You are your ancestors. You are your people's, you're your biggest dream. Okay? And what Spirit and your heart and your intuition wants you to know right now, it is time to disconnect from any story, any belief that does not serve you about who you are in this moment, okay? So before we actually get into it, I do want to let you guys know that I am going to, at the end of this video, I decided to put it at the end and not so much the beginning, or I don't know, I'll just see where I put it at. But at some point, I am going to share a piece of my heart with you guys, because one of the things that I get all the time is like, Tori is so happy and bubbly. I just love your energy. Ooh. Like that is, I don't care if it's on the internet, if it's somewhere in person, like that is just what everybody says to me. And it's almost to the point that I had someone tell me like, girl, you are so full of joy. Like, I just knew when I met you that it wasn't going to be that same way. Like, she was like, I just knew like this was like a facade. This was like not real. And I want to let you know why I am able why I believe in unconditional love, why I believe, like, my faith in that is, you can't waver that. Like, you can persuade me off a lot of things, but when it comes to the divine's unconditional love, and I love me some Jesus, and I love Jesus because Jesus practiced the teachings of unconditional love. That energy, I resonate heavy with that. I know in a past life, I walked with Jesus. So, for me, guys, I don't want to cry. I want to share a part of my childhood with you. And it came up in these couple of months, and I've really been transmuting that and letting it go, disconnecting from those stories. But Tori, look at this. I'm going to say sharing shame right here. And this card is blue. I just looked at it because I was about to cry. But sharing shame. And I feel like sometimes we don't really, and I didn't realize it until I'm editing my book, guys, because it's about to come out. I'm so super excited to share it with you guys. But I'm editing, and I'm reading some of these poems, and I broke down and cried because I'm damn, this really my life. That was really my life, but I never, took the time to own my story. Or let that story liberate me. I've owned it in a victim mindset and a pity party and how it just disempowered me. But I never owned that story. I owned it. I ate that shit. I took control of that story, because guess what? Whatever I experienced, look at me. It didn't break me. It holds no power over me. It is merely my testimony to show people that there is nothing that you can't overcome, that there's nothing that you can't be, and there's nothing that you can't do. But see, what happens is we don't look at the story like that. We look at the story damn, my God, why me? Why did I get abused? Why did I get molested? And I know that's fucking hard. Excuse my language, why did that happen to me? Why did this woman beat me day in and day out with belts and bamboo sticks? Why did I have to sleep outside in chicken coops? This woman starved me, guys. I didn't have any food. And not only was Tori abused, I was abused mentally, okay? The lady played mind tricks physically. Try to break my soul, try to break my spirit, try to break this light that I have right now in this very moment. So I just want to give you a switch of how to take that same story, okay? Sharing your shame. It doesn't have to disempower you, because look at you now. Look who you are. You're still here. You are still here, thriving on your shit, because you right here watching this video, and we know what I be doing in these videos is about self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance. You're taking the time to know yourself. You're taking the time to reconnect with yourself. Come on. It's time to change the way that you view your story so you can disconnect from it. So it does not underpower you, or disempower you, but empower you. So what do I mean by that, guys? You look at me and you would never know that I went through half the stuff that I went through. Okay, I might cry. So I told you my mother was on drugs. My mom was running the streets. My mom, back in the day, she was on drugs, and she was caught up in a lifestyle that was not ideal, okay, for little kids or anybody. And my stepfather's grandmother came to visit from Jamaica, and she was like a church lady, you know, was so nice and kind and was like, well, Renee, I'll tell my mom's name, Renee, I'll get the kids while you try to get your life together, and I can take them with me, and and she was just so sweet and being kids, I'm like, yeah, mommy, I want to go, I'm like five, and needless to say, me and my sister went. We went to Jamaica with my step grandmother. My other sister didn't go. She was like, no, she didn't want to go. So me and my big sister, we went. And when this lady got us down there, she completely changed who she was. It was like I was in hell. I was living in a movie, a scary movie. Think about the one that just all of your nightmares come into a reality. Just to give you, she played in not only, okay, how do I explain this, Spirit? So I'll start with mental abuse that, she would play. Like, she couldn't really stand my mother, and she hated the fact that my stepdad had married my mom, and she would make me and my sister sleep outside in the jungle in Jamaica. Like, I don't know if you've ever been there, honey. Like, it's a mess. In the jungle, inside with the animals, like in the chicken coops. And like in the morning, she would come out to like feed the dogs and feed the animals. And it was literally like me and my sister would line up with the dogs to get our food. And before she would give us our food, we would have to renounce our mother, say we hate our mother. She's a horrible mother. She's a horrible woman. Mind you, I'm 5. I mean, no matter what my mom did, in my mind, my mom was the apple of my eye. So when it came my turn to say that I hate my mother, I wouldn't do it, guys. I was like, no, I love my mom. And she wouldn't give me food. And if I asked people for food, I got whooped. And I would have to stand with like buckets of water holding my hands. Like you have to hold your hands up and like balance yourself on one foot for like hours and hours at a time. And if I fell, I would get whooped. And when I say I would get whooped, y'all, I'm talking like this is some crazy stuff. So that was the kind of mental thing that she did. And we didn't even know it another mental aspect of like Christmas. Little kids in Christmas, what happened is she had other kids, and she would make us watch all of the other kids like open their presents. And kids, come on, are getting excited. And then when it was time for us to open, like she would give us like a little package. When I opened it, it was a piece of soap, So she would play mind games like that. Then on top of it, I never, not once, I never said I hated my mom. It got to the point that my sister was like, she was like, Sissy, just say it. Like, you don't have to mean it. You just have to say it, and she'll give you whatever it is that you want. And I remember telling my sister, no. Even at that age, I knew like if I said, Sissy, if I say it, it's going to be real. So we would like, when we would walk to school, I would like find like food and literally like the garbage can. I would have to like, I would have to eat. I would have to like eat food that was like in dirt, like on the dirt roads and stuff. Like I would brush the dirt off. Like I would lick like fucking crumbs out of chip bags. And it got so bad that like the mosquitoes and stuff were like so bad there. Like you would get bit. Come on, you ever been like naked and afraid? You said them people be getting bit. Like that's a real thing. Like that is not a joke. So I would get so hungry, guys. Like if you even like look on some of my pictures, like I still have it because like when I bruise like my skin, I would have to like resort to like I was so hungry, like I would like pick the scabs off of my with my swords and eat them. And my mom had eventually got her life together, but we couldn't say anything because she's in the States and we're down here. So my mom was like, I want to get them. Like, I want to come get them. I want to talk to them. Like, but she had hid our passports and my mama had to go like to like the embassy. Like, it was a whole big ordeal. Like, my mama had to like really fight to get us back and prove that we were U.S. citizens. And I remember like finally leaving. It was one of the most happiest days of my life. And I just remember seeing my mom at the airport and she had like all these balloons and all these roses. And I just remember when my mom seen us, like, she let go of the balloons and she let go of the roses, and like this look that was on her face, guys, it was appalling or whatever. And when I asked her now, because she couldn't believe that we were her children, because that's not the way that we went down there. Because honestly, I don't even have pictures in that time frame of myself because I ripped them all up. But needless to say, when we went, we had to go to the doctors because I looked like one of those children that were off of the, you know, the feed like sin money, like, you know, the pot bellies and the like skin and bones, and like the face was like really like it was bad. So when we went to the doctors, my mama took me and they were like, wow, you know, you're so lucky that you got her here when you did, because a week later I would have died from malnutrition. Okay. So I shared all that because things are going to happen in life, and I know we might not understand why they happen, when they happen, or how they happen. But one of the things that I can take that story and I can let that story disempower me, or I can take back the control and the power for myself. Because with all of that lady didn't break my spirit. My heart didn't harden. And even if it did harden, I unhardened it, you know? Like it didn't break me of my light. And I know sometimes in life we can go through things and we can experience things and we could just like want to just completely give up. But it's all about how you look at it. And that's just one of the things, one of the stories that I've experienced. But no matter what I have experienced, it's never, even if it was momentarily, even if, you know, but it cannot ever rob you of your light, only if you give it power. And this is why it's important with this right here, sharing shame. It says, when I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be me. But that's the thing, we hide from these stories because it's not cute. It's not cute to admit, or, you know, because even when I admit those things, like when I say like, oh my God, like I had to eat my own flesh, like that's cannibalist, you know, or oh my God, like I had to, you know, literally go in a garbage can and like get a bag of chips that's not even, and lick like the residue of it. Like when we think those things, like we're afraid, you know, to be judged or to even like fully admit that. But I'm telling you, that's a part of your story. It's not your whole story, but that's a part of your story. And in any moment, when you share these stories, I promise you, it doesn't matter if it's only one person, but by Tori being honest and authentic and looking at her shit and sharing her shame, the things that we desire to keep compressed, because if somebody knew that about us, oh, they would look at us like we're horrible, we're nasty, like it don't matter. But if I can share that in hopes of one person, that's been through something, and that's not even with the sexual trauma and shit that, some of us have experienced, but just with that one, if I could help somebody realize, okay, you know what, I'm going to embrace my deepest pain and give yourself permission to be you, and to know that that thing didn't break you, that very thing that, you thought you would never be okay. Well, look at you now, still glowing, still showing up, amazing as ever. And it doesn't have to be that traumatic. It can be, maybe your father wasn't around. Maybe you have abandonment issues. But whatever it is, right now in this very time, it is all about reparenting our inner child, disconnecting from a story, a belief, whatever it is, because these 3 cards right here, I'm going to give the channel message, but this is what's being released right now. This is what we're currently going through as a collective. Whenever you're watching this video, okay, it don't matter, whenever you see this video, I just feel so much better too. I'm sorry, guys. I just feel so much better, like, that I even shared that, because that was like, one of my, I'm saving it for my book, but that was like one of my experiences when, people just look at me and tell me, oh my God, you're just so happy. I just love you. You're so good. Listen, I am unicorns and marshmallow puffs and glitter because I choose to. I choose to take that story. But that was originally not the story that I was given. I was given shit, okay? I was given poop and flies, okay? And mud. But no, I'm the creator of my reality. You are the creator of your reality. At that time frame when you was little, it might have been out of your hand. Okay, and even if you're in your adult life, if you're still, living from that childhood trauma, you have the power right now to change that. That does not have to be your story. You can change it at any moment. It doesn't have to be your story. Okay? Yes, you right. I'm going to be all the unicorns. I'm going to be stunned all day, whatever it is I want to be, because I'm the creator of my reality. And I really feel like this right here, what we're doing as a collective, releasing these limited stories we've been telling ourselves, that our ancestors have been telling themselves, that your mom, that your dad, that your cousin, and your grandparents, and your great-grandparents, and your other parents have been telling themselves. That stops with me. My 2 nieces, Anaya and Jada, and my sister and me, because they manifest. Like, my nieces, they manifest. When I say, I'm like, damn, like, I want to be like y'all. Like, their mentality is on I wish I was that age at 14, 16, manifesting and 11, and connecting with Yemaya and Oshun, and knowing my ancestor roots, and knowing who I am. Like, we were talking, it was some conversation that my sister was like, because we're so used to manifesting or doing things from our trauma. And my sister was like, well, telling my niece, well, you know what, you really want to come at it this way, and da-da-da. And my niece was looking confused, guys. I can't remember exactly what it was, but she was like, Mom, I don't have any trauma. I just complain about taking the garbage out or doing the dishes. Like, yes, like that's what a 14-year-old should be worried about. Okay? They shouldn't be worried about how they gonna do this, how, taking care of their siblings, doing this, how, like, no, that's, or taking care of their parents, or their drug habits, or their alcoholism, whatever that word is, whatever or like the fact that you didn't have parents and stuff. Like, bro, that's not what no kids should be doing. So anytime I see my nieces and them show up like that, I'm like, yes, okay, we doing something right here. So as a collective, we are reparenting our inner child. Why is it important to parent your inner child? Well, on an intuitive level, one of the things that I realized and I celebrated, okay? I celebrated that I am a sovereign soul. I am a sovereign soul. What does that mean? That means that nothing but me, okay, and the divine, okay, the divine and me, that's all. That's who is in control of this thing. And the divine relinquishes me. I'm the co-creator of my life. I've been entrusted right here on this earth to co-create and call into form whatever it is I desire and whatever it is that I want in you too. So right here, it's about regaining your sovereignty back, not letting outside opinions, people's energies, beliefs, things that keep you from yourself, outside validations. Can't nobody tell Tori how to move, what to do. And I mean that in the most loving way. Don't nobody get to program Tori but Tori. We gonna red pill it, okay? Listen, I am a sovereign soul. There are no outside entities or anything that can control me. I take full responsibility for what manifests in my life, the good, the bad, the amazing, and the shitty. I take full responsibility for it. I don't blame it on another person. I don't give it to another person. I don't say, you know what, this person did that to me, they horrible. No, I'm not even on that. Anytime I come in contact with a situation that's unpleasing to me, I turn around and I look at me. Okay, Tori, so what? Let's see what's going on with you. Let's see what you're doing. So let's see how we can. No, I'm not giving anyone control. You get me? And you can do that, love muffin, and come from a place of unconditional love. Because in order to love anybody else, be it your parents, be it your children, be it yourself, your whatever. Like, in order to show up, you first have to give that love that you're trying to give to somebody else. Give it to yourself. Like, it dawned on me, like it really dawned on me that like I'm a sovereign soul. Like I cracked the code. Like when I say that I love myself, that I know my worth and I accept who I am. Like that's not just a thing that I'm saying anymore. You know, at a point in time in my life, I was faking it until I made it. And it's not to say that I don't have insecurities. Please take me off those pedestals, honey, because Tori got insecurities. We're always going to have insecurities. But the thing about it is what makes the fearless fearless. What makes the fearless fearless is that they feel that fear and push through it anyway. That's just it. Fear is always going to be there, but are you going to allow that fear to control you? And that's where you come in and realize that I'm a sovereign soul. I'll be damned if I give other outside sources my power of how I should feel. That's a no-no. Okay? That was a lot. I apologize. Got passionate right there. So let's go ahead and just get into this channeled message that the divine gave me. So I asked the question of how do we heal our inner child? And this is what I got, okay? It says, first you must remove the word heal and replace it with reconnect. I would not use the word heal because the truth is you are never broken. And by saying heal is implying that you are broken. It's all about reconnecting with your inner child, and being broken is an illusion. Brokenness is a thought process. It is a habitual thought that you think over and over, which puts you in a state of reliving that trauma, which brings up emotions and feelings that place you in the time capsule from your past. How you reconnect with your inner child is simply acknowledgement. Acknowledge your story, acknowledge what happened, and acknowledge how it made you feel. And then reparent your inner child. You reparent your inner child by giving yourself what it is you feel you did not receive in your childhood, in that particular time capsule. Okay? All right. So that's what I got from it. So, and it was so funny because, you know, we do feel like we're broken. And that's one of that, you know, when I was channeling, and it was so funny, Spirit showed me that we're not broken. Brokenness is an illusion. It's because we keep rethinking thoughts. We keep sharing the shame, but in a disempowering way, and not empowering ourselves, that it brings on emotions and feelings that create the illusion of brokenness. So you don't need to heal your inner child. You need to reconnect with your inner child. You need to reparent your inner child. You have to give yourself what it is that you didn't receive in that age, you know, in your childhood, or in that pivot moment of your life. Like, boom. One of the things that, Ajna, I love me some Ajna. But on Instagram, you know, like, boom, I'll use love for an example, but you can apply this to any area of your life. So let's just say with love, 9 times out of 10, your requirements for love, like, I need you to do this, I need this to feel good, I need this to feel safe, it comes from the lack of what you received in your childhood. You get what I'm saying? So, like, for instance, I had abandonment issues with my father. So one of my requirements in order for someone to experience me and be with me, that I had to disconnect and realize that I can't rely on a person to give that to me, that I have to give that to myself, you know, and that was hard, you know, there go that codependency, but that was hard to process that. But honestly, when I did it, it's very empowering. It's very empowering to give that to yourself. So for instance, I had abandonment issues. So one of my requirements was, you know what, and it's not that it's not to say that your partner is not going to be there for you, but you always have to know, what energy are you doing something in? Are you doing it from a place of disempowerment, or are you doing it from a place of empowerment? Like, boom, if you like, some people drink for disempowerment. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I might have a glass of Moet, but it is to celebrate myself, you know. It's from an empowerment state. It holds no control over me. It's okay either way. Like, there's no alternative motives or triggers or codependency or whatever that makes it yucky behind it. Okay, so that's what we're removing. We're removing the things that make it yucky, okay, and allowing it to be. But so if you in a relationship, like the first time that I felt like I wasn't seen or I wasn't valued, I was out of there, you know. Like, but what happens is, it's coming from now I know my value as a woman. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just naturally going to be given to me because I have given it to myself. And even if it wasn't, I know what to do in situations like that. But what I'm trying to explain is, how do I explain this? Here we go. If you're writing a list about what it is that what you expect for love, but this list is contingent on everything that you didn't get, and it's in a nasty energy. Like, you know what? A man cannot cheat on me. A woman cannot cheat on me. You know what? They can't do this. They can't do that. But it's coming from a place, not a place of love, like you genuinely desire it, even though you could genuinely desire a connection like that, but it's coming from a place of lack. So guess what? You're doing it in that energy of lack, which is what? Calling that lack to you. Am I making sense here? If I'm making sense, please put a dolphin emoji. Okay, because I be getting Spirit be trying to give me stuff, and I'm like, Spirit, now you know how Tori brain work. But I hope I gave y'all a good example. But like, boom, like, say if your love language, one of the things Ajna was talking about, if you grew up poor and you wanted gifts, but you never got the gifts that you wanted, your love language is gifts. That's one of my love language too. I like to receive gifts and I like to give gifts, and I'm a good gift giver. But now where it came from an unhealthy place, no, it doesn't. I detach from that story, and now it's just genuinely who I am. Like, some people give love in hopes of receiving love. And for the most part, okay, I know you have to give from you have to give from an unattached place. You have to give. That's why I always give an unconditional love, because guess what? If I don't get the outcome, or quote unquote I thought I should get, or it doesn't matter, because I gave from a place of unconditional love. Unconditional love simply allows you to be in whatever that being is. But everybody gives usually in a condition, because I've given with a condition, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to backfire. And the first time that you feel like, oh no, that's when all of these triggers, this is when all of the childhood stuff that you kind of like been, pushing or compressing and not really dealing with, if you are used to people ghosting you and things. And remember, I made a video about that, where I said, you have to allow yourself to recreate situations where you were disempowered and take your power back. Like, I be acting out here with that damn pillow, okay? Pillow got the business. So, but the more that you do that, the more that you take that disempowerment and you make it empowerment. So here it is. So like if someone was to ghost me, or you get ghosted, or someone projects their emotions on you, I'm in the mindset that I know that it's not me, that it is it's something that this person is processing. Because 9 times out of 10, we try to make it look like, we try to do things like, we try to make it about us. They disrespected me. They horrible. They need to do this. They need to do that. But in reality, it simply comes from a fact that people are processing shit, and not everybody is processing things on the same level. Like, you know what? I always say leave space for grace, because it's been a time where it might not have been a romantic. I don't ghost in romantic situations, but I didn't ghost it in a business situation, because I just didn't know how to tell this person. Like, this person wanted me to, sponsor some products, but like, for the products for me, I already have my own line coming out. I already have my own thing that I'm doing. And, this person was so adamant. And they were just so, shit, my throat about to lock up. I'm telling the truth. So, they wanted me to like do their product, and I didn't know how to like tell them, their product broke me out, like, because they were so excited about it. So instead of saying anything, I just froze and I didn't say nothing. And I just, and they probably took it a whole nother way. I did go back and I what's that word? I fixed it and I told them the truth. But initially, like, when someone does ghost you or something happen like that, I'm not saying, this is where you got to come in and take ownership and be responsible for your own healing. 9 times out of 10, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It's something that they are processing and that they are working out. That this is why it's so important to reparent and reconnect with your inner child. Because, I could be mad, but I didn't done it. Because I was like, oh my God, I don't want to tell her products broke me out. She's so excited. No, I'm just not going to answer. Like, that really happened. Me knowing what I know. That really happened, and I had to go back to this person and say, hey, it was none of you, but all of me. The product broke me out. I was super scared to tell you. Oh my God, and it wasn't even as bad as I made it seem. But the fact is, in my childhood, me finding my voice was very hard due to people leaving me. So I felt like if I just went with the flow, if I just did whatever they wanted me to do, that they would stay. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? That's just like in relationships. That's why, like, the relationship that I get in, because you guys all know that I have been intentionally single for the last 3 years. And really on this journey of really connecting with myself and really figuring out who I am. Because like I told you in the beginning of the videos, I have never been in a relationship where I loved myself. Like all of my past relationships, it was me morphing into whatever this person wanted me to be. Like, I mean, I was a Power Ranger, honey. Like, I could be whatever you wanted me to be. You didn't want me to cuss, I didn't cuss. You didn't want me to wear makeup, I didn't wear makeup. Oh, you wanted this, I was that. You wanted this, like, I was morphed. Like, I would morph into whatever they wanted me to be. But problem was, that was fake. It can only last for so long, you know? And, you know, so, again, I don't know why we went there, but okay. Spirit just be having me go avenues. But, you know, like I said, so this next relationship, you know, there has been a lot of me, or this stage and this phase, the stage that I'm in my life, I have really went back in and reparent myself. Like, you know what, in relationship, I desire roses. So you know what I do? I buy myself roses all the time. You know, like whatever it is I desire my partner to do, I first have to give it to myself. And that's even like in your childhood, what you didn't feel like you got, you know, having to live up to certain expectations and having to be in a certain place. Like, I didn't really allow myself as a child just to be. You know, I was always trying to like make sure mommy's okay, make sure daddy's okay, make sure that I'm being Miss Perfect, so everything is perfect, you know, or just walking on eggshells. I just never allowed myself to be. And that's why in my adult life, I just went through a space and a phase where I just really allow myself to be. That is the most important thing to me and Tori, is just to allow myself to be my authentic self and to be in my truth, because I have spent majority of my life hiding and covering up who I am. Okay? I don't know why I had to share that. But anyway, there we go. Okay, so this is what is going on right now. We have sharing shame. I'm going to read this. Unraveling codependency and opening my mind. So when you repair your inner self, when you do those things that I read from the channeled message, and I'm going to actually type that up, guys, and put it in the community tab. So just if you want to have that as a reminder and remind yourself, I am definitely going to give that to you. I don't know why but I feel like right now, whoever is watching this video, you are getting it. I am so proud of you. I just feel like this weight just like lifted off of my chest. I don't know what that's about. It could just be myself, honey, or just for somebody else. I just want you to know, like, listen, you are freaking amazing. You truly, truly are. So with sharing shame, we have the sharing shame, and this card is blue, and this is your truth, okay? It says, when I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be me. So when you are in your truth, no matter how beautiful, no matter how ugly, no matter how amazing it is, you are giving yourself permission to be yourself. Why is that so important? Because you didn't come to this earth to be anyone but you. You didn't come here to be what you think is acceptable. You didn't come here to be what, you know, you didn't come here for that. You came here to be you. And when I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be me. Because what's happening is 9 times out of 10, we compress it. And everything is energy. Words are energy. Emotions are energy. Feelings are energy. And what happens is that that pain and whatever you're not allowing yourself permission to be or to feel, because in our emotions and our feelings is the blueprint of our destiny, is the blueprint of our desires. And if you're not allowing yourself to feel, okay, if you're not allowing yourself to permission to feel your deepest pain, to feel all of your emotions, if you're compressing it, you are not being your authentic self. But you can't manifest, you can't get to the desires until you release the shame. You get what I'm saying? You have to release the shame, because the shame is in the contrast of what it is you're manifesting. It's evidence of the opposite of what you want. So the shame is going to do what? Bring more shame if you're looking at it from a disempowerment place and not an empowering space. Okay? So we have the next is unraveling codependency, and it's blue too, but it's a lighter blue. It says, I only have to feel good about my choices. So when I see this is just about, you know, here's this people pleasing energy. Sometimes I'm going to actually make a separate video But one of the things that really came up and collectively what's going on is we are really taking a look as a collective of what we allow to validate us. You know, one of the things that 2020 and COVID has taught us, you know, that job, that house, that car, those clothes, these trips, those are beautiful things, honey. Y'all know I love to call myself a spiritual, a luxury spiritual. However, that is not who you are. And when you allow those things to be you, to validate you, when you allow people, a relationship, a status to validate you, that's where everything goes left. All right. So it says, only I have to feel good about my choices. Only you have to feel good about your choices. Your mama, your daddy, your friends, your whoever, like, no, only you, only I have to feel good about my choices. This is how you unravel codependency. Because usually what happens, we rely on outside things to validate us. We allow on outside things to dictate us, you know. We're trying to impress our parents. We're trying to impress our friends. We're trying to impress our lover. But you have to be authentic to you. Okay? So certain situations are showing up in your life, giving you the opportunity for you to only have to feel good about your choices. You know what? Somebody else might not agree with this. They might not feel this is the best decision for me. But you know what? Bucket. I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to believe what's best for me. I'm going to pursue what's best for me. I know that I told you, because you know sometimes in relationships we got to confess this is forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever. But in reality, you know what? It's kind of tight right now. You know, you got to tell somebody like, listen, I don't feel like we're on the same page. You know, like I don't feel like this is what's best for me when it comes to a job. You know what? I had a really nice time. I really love to hear it. And now I feel like it's time for me to go on to something better. It could be within a marriage. Okay. It could be within a friendship. Okay. Listen, I don't know if I'm going to insert it here, but listen, like people like always comment on me and my best friend. Like they're like, y'all just look so cute. But if y'all only knew our story of 20 years of friendship, of what that looks like, having to deal with a person, like I feel like I was prepared for a twin flame relationship through my best friend, like cause we like night and day, but we mesh well. We're polar opposites of each other, but we mesh well, so good. But like, you know, we have this thing, you know, when we get a little toxic to each other, or if something just go left, we're allowed to take a break and we will block each other on social media. And then when we are ready and we have, you know, the other person is not projecting and not being codependent, we will reconnect. And most people don't understand that. But guess what? It works for me and her. And we realize just how important it is for us to put our healing and our healing and our self-love, self-worth, and self-acceptance in order us to really keep a strong foundation like that. You know, only I have to feel good about my choices. And that is the truth. But what do? We want approval from everybody else. We want approval, you know, like we want, and in order to reparent your inner child, you have to put yourself first. You have to put your needs first. You have to put your wants first. You have to put your desires first. Because ultimately, it's not selfish, but it's more so about you being your best self so you can show up for the avenues and the people that you need to show up for. But what happened is we don't show up like that. We show up and we don't show up for ourselves and show up for everybody else, and then we're left depleted. And we're left unhappy because we're not being our true authentic self. Okay? So this is what's changing currently in this energy. And then lastly, we have opening my mind. And you see we got the yellow, the orange, the red. This is like the root chakra to me, the solar plex, you know, your confidence, your personal power, your orange, which is your sacral, your passions, your creativity, your sexuality, your emotions. It's going heavy right now. Emotions are at an all-time high. I almost think, you know, it's not like, you know, oh my God, it's a throwback. And it's like emotions make me cry sometimes. Is that by Jodeci? No. Is it Blackstreet? I don't know. But anyways, and any of these cards, I would definitely say work with these chakras. Your third eye, okay? On my playlist on my channel, I have it on iTunes, but I found it for you guys on YouTube, the exact meditations that are like 10 minutes, 15 minutes that I use to align my chakras. Also, you can eat fruits and vegetables in this family. Blueberries, okay? Because that's the only thing I be seeing blue. I be eating lots of blueberries and grapes, okay? But, you know, bananas, squash, pineapples, carrots, mango, strawberries, cherries, ginger tea, anything with a root for your root chakra, orange, cantaloupe, you know what I'm saying? Just, eating these foods right now are really going to help you reparent your inner child and give you the personal power that you need to go forward, okay? But it says, I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. Because here we go. 9 times out of 10, some of the beliefs that you have, they really stemmed from a traumatic situation, or when you were under pressure and you had to go into survival mode. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. Because right now what happens, we are unboxing, moving away from the box that you have placed yourself in, or people have placed you in, and realizing that you are a limitless being. There is nothing that you can't have, can't be, okay? Like, period. So I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas, because guess what? If you came in contact with a lot of situations that made you, look at the fruit flying here, that made you, you know, fearful of relationships, fearful of intimacy, fearful of putting yourself out there, fearful of chasing your dreams, you have to realize that even though, because it's strong in your belief system or it's very present in your mind, it doesn't mean that that is the right way for you. Because is that really, like, if you knew with a shadow of a doubt that you would not fail, that everything will work out perfectly, would you be scared or would you go after it? Like, if you knew that everything you ever wanted with this person, with this situation, with this career, with this path would pan out like your wildest dreams, like you said it would come, if you would go after it. But if you didn't know and you're like, nah, I'm not going to do it, that means it's a fear base. It's a fear base. So it's really not your belief. I feel like it's a belief that was imposed on you and probably due to your childhood and you know, dealing with that, okay? So this is what's shifting for us right now as a collective, guys. Which is amazing and beautiful. So what I want to do is I just want to see, I love this deck. What is this deck called? Living with a Feather Heart. The 40, I always mess his name up, but the 42 Ideals of Mott. Okay? So let's just see. Spirit, what would you like the beautiful soul who is watching this video, what would you like them to know? What do you need from them currently right now in this moment when it comes to reparenting their inner child and going after what it is that they truly desire? You know that thing in their heart more than anybody else. What would you like them to know? What do you need from them right now, Spirit? What would you like them to know? I don't know why. We're going to cut the deck in 3. 3 is my favorite number. It's the number of creativity, and it is the Empress energy. Me. All day. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I can be trusted. So, that's on the bottom of the deck. I speak with good intent. Wow. We're going to take this too. Okay. They need to go away with their music. Oh my God. So these are the two cards that we got that Spirit really wants you to pay attention currently right now, whenever you're watching this video, especially if you deal with manifestation or you acknowledge karma, because whether you know it or not, karma is real. It's neither good nor bad. It's all about the energy that you place out in the world. And this book, this particular oracle deck is called Living with a Feather Heart. Even right now, what you are releasing or what you are moving away from, it is creating space for new things to come. Pack light. No more taking past pains, past relationship, outdated beliefs that don't serve you, ways of being. Right now, you're being granted with the opportunity to put all of that behind you. Okay, so with this card right here, I can be trusted. This talks about, okay, boom. One of the things when we look at the law of attraction, okay, and if you are scripting, if you're writing, you're speaking positive affirmations, and just say you've noticed that you're not seeing the full totality of your manifestation. One of the things that I have learned with the law of attraction, it's not that it's not working, okay? But there's a sense of action that you have to take. And it's within those little steps, like, okay, taking those little commitments to say, okay, I'm going to get up today and I'm going to, make sure that I work out for 30 minutes a day, okay? Or whatever it is, whatever is going to help you raise your vibration or help you reach a goal, where I'm going to think positive, or I'm going to, put myself out there and conversate with people that I usually wouldn't conversate with, or I'm going to just whatever it is that you say you're going to do. I'm going to make my bed up, clean up my space, meditate for 10 minutes a day, whatever it is. How the law of attraction works, it's when you start to take those little things and you get consistent in those little things, what you're doing is you're showing the universe, you're showing the divine, you're showing your subconscious mind, okay, like, listen, I mean what I say. So it's a sense of, God, I don't think I'm explaining it right, guys. In order to get something, there has to be an equal exchange. That's just how the world works. Of give and receive, or give and take. Y'all know what I mean. Okay. But with this, I can be trusted. There is something that you're being asked to do, your intuition, just in your daily life, even taking the time to, reparent your child. You are showing the universe, you are showing the divine, you are showing the creator, you are showing the universe that you're serious. Every little step, every little effort that you make, you're showing that I can be trusted. I can be trusted with the small things. I can be trusted with the good thing, with the big things. And I feel like that's what people don't realize. Sometimes when you're trying to manifest your wildest dreams, or you're trying to manifest the most amazing relationship, you're trying to manifest, $50,000, or you're trying to, whatever you're trying to manifest. It's all about starting where your belief, where you can be. So I feel like it's in the little things that you do. Spirit wants you to know that it's in the little things that you do on a day-to-day basis concerning yourself, concerning detaching from stories, concerning to step out of your element, concerning to put yourself out there. All those things that you're doing in those little moments that you don't even think that they really matter, that is when you are showing the universe that you can be trusted, that you are showing your subconscious mind that you mean what you say and you say what you mean. So guess what? If you can get, sound in those little things, okay, in those day-to-day things, and those, when you start to listen to your intuition, when you start to, change your perspective of how, you look at your past, or starting to forgive people, starting to open up, You are showing the universe that you can be trusted. Okay? So that's just one of the ways that on an intuitive level, what I'm seeing when I see I can be trusted. Okay, it says, living always in the light of truth can be challenging in modern times. To attain awareness and to protect your values while still being present in the world requires a balanced scale. And another way that I'm seeing this with I can be trusted, Spirit wants you to know, sometimes we don't open up. Sometimes we don't go after what it is that we desire, what it is that we want, because we are afraid that if we put ourselves out there, we're going to get the same results that we did last time. But what you have to know is that no matter what you come up against, for every great thing that you want, everything in you, great thing that you desire, there is a risk that is required. High reward, high risk. You know, that's my favorite thing. Like at this time, like high reward, high risk. But what you have to know is that no matter if you are really honoring your heart, if you're really honoring yourself, no matter what happens, Spirit just wants you to know that you can trust. Okay? But there has to be, by you stepping out on faith, by you, trusting the universe, there is a sense of, what is the word that I'm looking for? There is a sense of you trusting the universe. That's what Spirit wants you to know. Trust the universe. Trust me. Trust is a two-way street here. It's in those, like I said in the beginning, it's in those little moments. It's in those, those steps that you're taking that you probably don't even feel like it matters, but it does, is a sense of the way for the universe to trust you. And it's in you saying, you know what? I don't know how this might unfold, but I'm deciding to trust the universe is what the universe needs from you. So there's an equal exchange here. There has to be balance, and everything is duality. I hope I'm saying that word right, but there has to be equal. Everything has to be equal exchange and an equal give. That is the law of the land. Anytime it's not, the universe has its part to do, the divine has its part to do, and you have your part to do. So it's about trusting. I can be trusted. Yes, it's hard, especially in this modern times. Come on. It's hard. But that's what makes the reward so much better. This is what stops people from being in the 1%. It wasn't, honestly, nothing is stopping you from your greatness. Nothing is stopping you from having the love that you always wanted. Nothing is stopping you from having the dream that you always wanted. But those limiting beliefs, or even that shame that you're still carrying, or even that boxed mentality in those 3 cards that we seen earlier. There is nothing different. I love that, like, you have the same amount of hours, 24 hours that Beyonce has in her day. Like, greatness is not just stoled upon certain people. What happened is greatness is attainable and available for everybody. But honest to goodness is about, like, are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to let go of a story that no longer serves you? Are you willing to see yourself how the divine sees you? Are you willing to stand up in adversity? Are you willing to take a risk? That's the question. Are you willing to feel that fear and push through it anyway? Like, that's the question that you have to ask yourself. And when you open that hand, when you open your hand and stop closing it to the universe, to the divine, to your dreams, to your desires, this is when your desires will be placed in your hand. But nothing can be placed in a cold, in a grass pan. You're holding on to something. What are you holding on to? What belief? What kind of mindset? What kind of story? What kind of fear? What kind of, doubt? What are you holding on to in this hand that it's time just to pop it open, let it go so something else can come in? Okay? That's what the universe needs from you. And even with here, I speak with good intent. Words are powerful, okay? Words can co-create and bring life. That I kid you not, people be looking at me like I'm crazy, but these last 2 months, these downloads, and just where Spirit has been bringing me and showing me and really breaking down the game. And when I say the game, I'm talking about the matrix. Like, the problem is most people playing checkers and we playing chess. Like, what you speak, the intent, what you speak out of your mouth, it really does create worlds. If you're like, damn, you know what? I know it's going to go south. You know what? I'm just never going to get out of here. This is just the way it's always going to be. I always attract men that are crazy. I always attract, girls that are just smother me. Like, whatever you are saying, whatever vibration you are feeding, that is what that's what you're co-creating to yourself. Like when people are, you ever been in a group setting and everybody's like talking about their problems, or they saying something and they look for you to agree? I will, no, honey, you will not. I will not speak that in your life, honey. I will not speak that. No, I'm speaking prosperity in your life. I'm speaking healthy connections in your life. I'm speaking abundance in your life. I'm speaking divine healing in your life. I'm speaking breaking generational patterns in your life. I'm speaking empowerment in your life. Okay? Because, and let's be real, the real fold. We all fold. Them knees be buckling sometimes. It's okay. And sometimes they hit the floor, honey. However, even with the mid and that, you know what I'm about to speak in your life? It don't matter that you folded. It's all about what you're going to do when you get back up. I'm sorry, guys, if you hear the rain. But it says, I speak with good intent. I want to read just a little bit from that one. So it says, I speak with good intent. To speak, communicate, and converse all with the intention of creation and goodness allows the idolized human to embody the archetype aspect of the magician. What is the magician? You're the co-creator of your life. You have the power to create worlds. Why do you think it's important for you to know yourself? It's important for you to know where you come from. It's important for you to really connect with your emotions and allow yourself to feel, get clear. You know what? Because it puts you in alignment, mind, body, soul. And that's how you manifest. This is why it's so important for us to know ourselves and to release these stories or these disempowering beliefs about ourselves and really come into who we are, because that's your power. When you do that, you come into who you are and just how powerful you are. You can create. This is not a joke. Manifestation is real. There is nothing outside of your reach if you believe. But the problem is, where is your belief? What are you believing? What are you feeding yourself? What story are you attaching yourself to? And even when you because let's be real, I put myself out there, even when you gain that success, even when you get there, but it's time to go higher. What are you speaking over yourself? Okay? So it says, embody the archetype of the magician, who is able to walk through both the material and spiritual planes with ease, channeling the universal power to directly affect the natural world. You need both. In order to materialize something in the physical, it first must begin on a spiritual plane. It must begin with emotions, a feeling. Just like this rain, I don't know if you can hear this rain pouring down. Like, somebody needs to allow their heart to break. You need to allow your heart to open. You need to allow your emotions to spill out. Don't be afraid of what you're going to find. Because what you're going to find is you're going to find your truth, or you're going to find the clues or whatever it is that you need to reach your truth. To disconnect from some story or some belief or some way of being that is not beneficial to you anymore. When applying I speak with good intent, with the heart and the mind of the feather-hearted magician. Y'all hear that lightning? We are aware that with every word spoken, we are influencing time through how we make others feel and how those feelings ripple through the fabric of space and time. And that's why I say, like, there's a massive karma being paid, okay? And whoever's watching this video, let's clap for you. You're on the good side of this karma that Jupiter is going to bestow upon us. You are on the good side of karma. Allow it to happen. That means if you are used to shitty ass relationships, listen, not heal, because reparent, because you're not broken. Reparent your inner child of the way that you see love and how you experience love. So the love that is truly deep within your belly, within your heart, okay, and that sacral chakra, that passion that you put away because you thought it was never realistic, let that go. Let that mindset go so you can be paid the justice for all those other shitty relationships. You know, if you have been adamant and about helping people and loving people, you know, and your finances have been shitty, listen, let go of those blocks of the money, okay? Get some affirmations, reparent yourself, treat yourself, script, write, feel it, make those little steps every day, okay? I'm going to write a sentence about the life that I know I am truly meant to have. That don't cost nothing, a pen and a paper. Do it, dedication every day. Show that you're ready. That's what you need. You need to show up. Release that hand. Because you got money. You got abundance, thousands. Some of y'all $100,000s of dollars just sitting, just waiting to be indulged and felt by you. But whatever story or belief, you're allowing it to block that. So speak with good intent here. This is what's needed from you right now. This is what Spirit is asking for you. You got to get clear too, because look, we got the 7 of Cups here. You got to get clear about what it is that you want. What it is that you want. And the only way to get clear about what it is that you want is allowing yourself to go within your emotions. Allowing yourself to feel, disconnecting from, you know, that painful story. Allowing a story to empower you now. So let's just see. What does Spirit want us to know right now? What does Spirit want the beautiful soul to know that is watching this? What do they need to know right now? What's of importance? Oh, look at that. The Ace of Swords. This is true. Ooh! Bottom of the deck, Judgment. Come. Oh, and then the Lovers. Ooh, the Lovers. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, like, Spirit trying to bless somebody. Spirit is, can y'all see? I'm saying, Spirit is really trying to bless you. Look at here. In this 6 of Cups, the soulmate card. You see how this person is giving this child this big old cups? Looks like, can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Let me get the ring light. You see that? You see how this person is blessing this child, your inner child, with your wildest dreams. You can't even believe. I feel like that's you and the divine. Like, whatever you lost, it ain't got shit to do with what you're about to receive. Let go of that old story. Look, it's yours. Yes, it's really, you see, oh my God, is it really mine? Yes, it's really yours. It's really yours. But it comes after you free yourself. After you put, you know, and listen, the 2 of Swords. And, you know, I see that these swords are upright, you know. So anytime I see swords that are upright, but they're kind of crooked, compared to the Ace of Swords. When it's upright, that means it's truth. But when swords are down, it means that it's a lie. It's something that's hitting. These are sideways, but even what I'm trying to see, you know what? Just listen. One of the things that I used to love to say is that, yes, that is the truth. But is it the truth that sets you free, as you have to know? Yes, this happened to you. Yes, Tori was abused. Yes, I had to, dig in garbage cans to feed myself. Yes, that is the truth. But to relive that story in a disempowered way, is that the truth that's going to set me free? No, it's not. The truth that's going to set me free is, yes, okay, that is true. That's a part of my story, but that's not the whole truth. Because look at me. Look at me. I'm still here. So at any moment, I can uncross my legs. I can throw down these swords. I can pull off this blindfold. Nothing is chaining me. Your hands are not chained. You are keeping you there. It's you against you. Nobody else matters. That's my baby Anna. Ow, ow. If she's watching. Oh my God, that's my fitness trainer. But anyways, listen, she has this quote that she says, it's you against you. That's her motto. She don't see nobody else. It's not about anybody else. It's about you against you. That's all it is. You against you. And when you realize that, that is when you're given this gift. The Ace of Swords. This is truth. This is just. This is when justice will be served right here. Swift. Beyond your wildest dreams, judgment is here. And what are you being judged? Like I told you, good ass karma. The Lovers. It's like Spirit really wants to bless somebody. That's what it's about. But it is contingent on you freeing yourself. Can't nobody free you. Because ain't no chains on you. It's not the devil. It's not like the devil card. I'm trying to find the devil. Let me see. Hold on, guys. I know it's in one of these decks that they have it. Come on. The Lovers. Nothing is shackling you. Your feet aren't tied. This is solely you. Your hands aren't tied. This is solely you. You. The story that you're telling yourself over and over. And you know what? That might be hard for some to believe. I'm trying to tell you. But this is why people that are blessed, that will take full responsibility for their past, for their pain, for their tears, for their happiness. It takes a solid individual, mature individual, to take ownership, and not ownership in nastiness, but ownership in unconditional love. It does take a strong person like that. But this is why, when you do that, this is why you're going to reap bountiful. Because not everybody wants to do that. Everybody likes to stay in a victim mindset. Not that didn't happen. But baby, at any moment, you can turn around and you can take the most ugliest, most vile, most malicious. That's just like even when you see when, people are murdered or hurt, when usually the family will take a foundation, will start a foundation how to help people or their children or whoever not be able to experience, what they went through. They help people. At any moment, you can turn something around. Like me, why do you think I'm so adamant about seeing people love themselves, know their worth, and accept who they are? Because I've been the underdog. When none handed to me, okay? I've been the underdog. That's why I root for the underdog. It was spoken in my life that I would never amount to anything, that my words would never carry weight. That it will look like I'm flourishing, but I would never flourish. People speaking those hateful things over people's lives. I'm pretty sure that you've experienced something like that. But look at you. Look at you. And I don't care if it has not physically manifested in a tangible. You rich in spirit. You better stop playing with yourself. Energy, baby. Energy. Everything is energy. You rich in spirit. that desires to manifest in this 3D world. But the thing is, you're holding on to whatever story, whatever limiting belief in a disempowering way. And it's time to release that. Empower yourself. Take those steps and release that. Because look here, you're not chained. Like the devil card here, they're chained. They're chained. Do you see those? Look, they're chained. They're chained to this. Their obsession. They're chained to whatever's not healthy to them. They're chained to it. But you're not right here. You're choosing. You're choosing to relive that karma. All right, yes, Spirit does want me to share this. There are certain things in your family, be it poverty, be it in love, be it in, it doesn't matter, in spiritual beliefs, like whoever is watching this, you come from a place or a legacy that was very more in power. Somewhere down the line, they forgot that power. But I feel like the debt is paid. And what people are, what they want you to know is how you fulfill this karma is that you have to step in your purpose. You have to step in your purpose to receive the blessings that your ancestors, they didn't get it this lifetime, but you have an opportunity to get it this lifetime. Be it a divine union, be it, financial stability, be it, spiritual freedom. Where they didn't get it, the debt is paid, and how you repay that debt is by you stepping in your purpose and honoring that. And moving forward, breaking generational curses. That's how you do it. This is how you restore the order. Okay? So you're not chained here. You're free. So I want to read the Ace of Swords from this book. It says, the Ace of Swords, a rush of clarity and inspiration comes with the beginning of this journey. You may feel as though your thoughts are racing constantly. The wheels are turning. You've reached a revelation. This is just the beginning of a difficult path, though. Now, like I said, it ain't for the light. It ain't for the weak. It's just not, it's not. Even that's a divine counterpart journey. A twin flame is not for, it's not for the weak. But the beautiful thing that whoever is watching this video, no matter if it's in love, no matter if it's in career, the beautiful thing is, a common thing that guided intuition is the foundation it is based upon is self-love, self-worth, and self-acceptance. Those are all the tools that you need to manifest anything in life, to know yourself. Those are the tools or the keys that unlock your wildest dreams to becoming a reality. Those are the tools to empower yourself. So you already have an advantage if you are looking at those tools in you, okay? So it says the beginning of a difficult path, though, and you'll need all your wits and reason about you to see it through. So yes, it's going to reap bountiful. That business is going to boom, baby. That relationship is going to be everything you've ever wanted. But it's going to require you to work through ancestral traumas and triggers and move away from outdated beliefs and really come into your own and really be at such a level of acceptance that you don't allow outside situations, people, places, and things to validate you. Because anybody that is in the 1%, let's be real, there is they don't crave validation. They don't let anything outside of themselves validate them. Yes, they're scrutinized, but guess what? They're also idolized. You get what I'm saying? Because they are willing to be their authentic self. No matter what you think about it, no matter what you say, they are willing to be their self. Transparency and being authentic is a commodity. Like, bro, that is rare gold in this day and age. So anybody that is willing to step into that form, you practically the hard work is done. It's just about maintaining it and just not allowing outside things to bother you. Like, seriously, that's just what it is. Okay. So my love muffins, I hope that this message brought you clarity, understanding. It was such an honor to read for the beautiful soul. who is watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. I love to hear from you guys.
For others to follow, she blazing.